everybody. Hey, Candace. Is it better now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? What up, Can? How you doing, Chica? Girl, what's up? What's going on? What you doing this Sunday? I'm up in here in this kitchen cooking, trying to get dinner together for these boys. Girl, it smells something good up in here. I am good. I am good. I've been at home all day. I don't know if you've been out today, but when that snow started coming down last night, I was like, I think I'm gonna skip church today. Lord forgive me. I skipped church today, but in my defense, I did watch Brother Jay's church service on Jay Wilson channel. So I did attend his church service on his YouTube channel. That was about a hour and a half church service, which was really good, y'all. Y'all should check that out on Sundays. For those of y'all who can't get out into the streets for church service, he's, he be preaching on that YouTube channel. That's for sure. That's for sure. Had me up in here praying and shouting. Yes, what you eating? What's on your dinner plate? I want to know what everybody is cooking for their family today. You said you didn't even do that? That's okay. God knows your heart. God knows your heart. Oh, yes. That sounds good. I love peanut pasta. I love peanut pasta. I might actually get out later today. I'm sure you've seen the Facebook post about Pops. He's in the hospital. My goddad is in the hospital. And Deanne, she said if she go back out there tonight, she'll swing by and pick me up probably around 8 or 9. So go swing by there and see how he's doing. Yeah, you saw the post. I saw you on the post on Facebook. Yeah, it's really sad. As a matter of fact, I didn't get to attend church today, and normally I would have, when they called down for prayer, anybody who need prayer for themselves or family or whatever, I would have went down there and asked the church to pray. But since I attended Brother Jay Wilson's service on YouTube, I typed that in the chat and told him what was going on briefly, a brief description. And so, everybody could pray, and we prayed on the YouTube live church service. So yeah, I've been constantly praying since I heard about that. So that's why I'm like trying to cook and get stuff done just in case she comes by and swings and get me. But yep. But I don't know what all I'm gonna cook. I just literally started. I chopped up all my vegetables and seasoned my meat and prepped my flour and all that stuff before I came live. So y'all didn't have to see me do everything. But matter of fact, I'm making some jambalaya with chicken and shrimp and andouille sausages, and then making some corn on the cob and what else? I'm frying some chicken. No, I'm sorry. In the jambalaya is shrimp and sausages, andouille sausages. On the side, I'm frying some chicken thighs. Then we're gonna have some corn on the cob. And I don't know what else. I'm thinking maybe a second vegetable, maybe broccoli. Girl, you know you're always welcome. You know you can come through. You sure can. Yeah, that's what I'm cooking. But brother Jay Wilson, he's San Antonio. He's in San Antonio, and he's a YouTuber just like me. But he used to preach, and he doesn't preach anymore, like over a church. But on Sundays, he has like a 1 to 2 hour live, service, and he is just like he's preaching in church. He's just live with us on TV. I mean, not TV, on YouTube. So, and I put my brown rice in here. Stir that up. That's it, about 5 minutes. But yeah, making some jambalaya with onions and peppers, green peppers, and green onions, celery, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Yeah, you will have to check him out. His brother, matter of fact, let me go over to his channel. I can do you one better. Do you one better. And get the link to his page so you don't have to search for it. Let's see. Jay Wilson. Okay. Here's the link. Okay. Okay, this is the link to Brother Jay Wilson's channel for Sunday church. And you can check him out any other time too, but I was just saying, for folks who don't or can't attend their own church services on Sunday, or even if you need some extra church in your life, even if you do attend church somewhere else. So that's the link. I just put the link in the chat, so you can just click on the link and then click subscribe and click the notification bell. But he's so cool. He's funny. He's hilarious. And he talk about all sorts of things on his channel. Church, TV shows, celebrity shows, life, finances. He done wrote books. He's in the process of writing another book now for college students. Steps to get in college, steps to go about getting financial aid, and how not to try to get into financial debt, and all that kind of stuff. So he's really smart. Really smart. But yeah, I like him. I follow quite a bit of YouTubers, some for different reasons. Some for different reasons. But yeah, he's one of the ones that I watch a lot. But yes, you are so very welcome. No problemo. No problemo. Yes. Girl, how was your Thanksgiving? I was at Creola's and Pops for Thanksgiving. It was pretty good. We ate good over there. Played some games. But yeah, it was cool. You said Human Hurts, he's pretty. You said he's pretty thorough. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure is. Yep, check him out. Check him out. Make sure you subscribe and follow his channel. Now, there's a lot of channels I could recommend. I did a live last night, and I gave a shout out to, I think, about 4 or 5 YouTubers that I recommend people follow. So you might want to check that video out that I did last night. You ate pretty good. Oh, see, girl, I was so pooped from all those orders I had for cakes and cupcakes. The eve of Thanksgiving, when I got up Thanksgiving, shoot, I could barely get out the bed. I was like, everything felt like it had arthritis. Everything felt like it had arthritis. Sure. But it was good. So we went over there in the afternoon and hung out over there till late at night, playing card games and, you know, all kind of stuff. But yeah, I had to recuperate. I think that was the most orders I had for Thanksgiving. Usually I try to stay around 4 or 5 to give me time to actually do my own holiday dinner and everything. But yeah, I heard of chess pie. Yep, it's really good. Girl, yes. Yep. But yeah, this year I had 8 orders. I think, was it 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? I think it was 7 orders I had. Yeah, it took me like all day. I literally baked for like 24 hours. Literally. Just hit me up. Just inbox me. You know, I'll hook you up. Shoot. I actually don't have any more orders until, I think, next weekend. And then I got some orders. I got a lot of orders next month for Christmas and Christmas parties and stuff like that. But yeah, I get a little break. I love what I do, but I love my breaks too. I love what I do, but I love my breaks too. But yeah, sure. Let me put this broth in my rice. One cup. 2 cups. 3 cups. Find me a lid. Yes, this is about to be fire. This was actually what Cameron wanted for dinner. Cam Bam. Sunday dinner, I always ask the kids, what y'all want for dinner? And my oldest son wasn't here, so the youngest one, he was like, you haven't made jambalaya in a long time. So I figured I'd make some today. Yes, I was putting in work, girl. I was putting in work. But it's fun. It's fun. It's like, you know how you enjoy something, you really, really enjoy something, and it's kind of like not work, but work, you know? It's more fun than work. Yeah, they glad. They glad because they know mom, you know, she works a lot. She bakes a lot for other people. So sometimes I don't always get to cook a big 3, 4, 5 course meal, you know. So most of the time, especially through the summer, in the summertime, I'll be out there on that grill. I'll grill enough food to last like 2, 3 days, and then, you know, turn around and cook again. But I don't play that cooking every day mess. Shoot, y'all better eat some leftovers or find something in that refrigerator to cook to eat if y'all don't want no leftovers. But I usually cook about 3, 4 times a week. That's good enough. But hey, everybody who's just getting in, happy Sunday, fun day. We up in here cooking up in here. What's on your stove? What you cooking? What you eat? What you order? Did you get takeout? Did you eat in? And make sure you like the video on your way in. Make sure you click subscribe if you are not already a subscriber. And please share the video to whatever your social platform is. Whether it's Twitter, Facebook, whatever. But is it any games on today? I'm sure it is. Football, basketball. I haven't been keeping up with my sports. I've been too busy. Too busy. Keep up with my own sports. What you thought about that Nebraska game? The one, what day was that? Was it on last Saturday? The Nebraska game, we lost by 3 points. What you think about that game? Did you get to watch it? Oh, the Vikings against the Packers? You say, girl. I think by next year, I think we're going to be really good by next year. It was a close game. It was a real close game. I think by next year, they're going to be really good. Scott Frost is still getting them together. He getting them together. He going to whip them into shape. Sure. Next year, we're going to be coming home with some trophies. You said Friday? It was Friday, yeah. Shoot, I told you I was recuperating. I got out of bed Friday after Thanksgiving. What time did I get up? About noon. Then me and my son got up and we did a little Black Friday shopping. And then after that, I came right back home. Right back home. So I can relax. Yep. Yeah, we are going to definitely be a good team. I feel it. I believe it. I receive it. But yeah, I'm gonna start frying this chicken up next. Let this rice get partially cooked. And then, I don't know. The corn on the cob, that'll go well with the jambalaya. And maybe I don't need another vegetable since I got the green onions and the peppers and all that stuff in the jambalaya. You say because the game came on at noon? 11. Oh yeah, we shall prevail. We shall prevail. We shall overcome. Yep. Who we play next? Girl, and I'm up here making some fried what I say, some fried thighs. I was gonna make some chicken breast, some baked chicken breast. And I was like, nah, I haven't fried any chicken in a minute. That was our last game. Oh. Well, it's always next year, like they say. It's always next year. Shoot, it's all about basketball season now. Well, I watch a few teams as far as football, but I make a oh, I was talking about the chicken. Oh, the chicken, I do like a KFC version of the 11 herbs and spices. I got it from Rachel Ray. That stuff is fire. Fire. You literally use 11 herbs and spices. Like, it's good. It's better than KFC. But yeah, that's what I'm cooking today. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And it'll be really, really crunchy and I like some crunchy chicken. Now, if I can get the Popeyes recipe, it's a wrap. Yes, 11 herbs and spices. But if I get that Popeyes recipe, I'm telling you, it's a wrap. That Popeyes chicken, boy, that's the devil. That is the devil. I'm like, let me go on Google and see if I can find it. Yeah, I'm gonna go up here and yeah, that's my favorite chicken. You know, back in the day, though, of course, it was Time Out. Some people still like Time Out, but I'll eat it, but it's not my go-to. Like, if it's late at night or, Time Out the only place open, I'll get it. Them big old turkey wing chicken looking things. I'll be like, that is not chicken. Y'all know that ain't chicken. Them turkey wings. Bojangles, yes. That's good too. That's good too. Where's the nearest Bojangles? I tasted it out of town. Hey everybody, come on in. We just sitting around just talking about whatever. Mainly food. What's cooking? What's cooking? What's cooking in your kitchen? What's brewing on your stove, or what you eat today? What you order out? What you take out? I thought we did have one years ago, but we can use another one. Oh, look at that stain. Ah! Okay, let me move that to the side. About to turn this grease on. Turn this grease on. Okay, jambalaya smelling good. The chicken about to be cooking. You said it was in the old Subway on North 30th? Yep, I remember. They are some pterodactyl wings. I'm like, come on. Where y'all be getting these wings from? I don't be seeing them in the store that big. Ah, man, I just realized y'all can only see my head. Can you? I look like I ain't got no neck. Oh, but yeah, they got them pterodactyl wings. They humongous. Humongous. I like their burgers. Their burgers. But I'm just not a huge fan of the chicken anymore. I'm just not. And some people be like swearing on that chicken. I'm like, no, it ain't like it used to be back in the day. I don't know who done took over, who exactly done took over since then, but mm-mm. Kind of like Skeet's Barbecue. Skeet's Barbecue is not the same to me either. I haven't ordered from there in a while. The last few times I ordered some rib tips, they were like either too gummy, too chewy, too tough. What am I trying to say? Too tough, or either cooked too hard. So I haven't been down there in a minute. I haven't been down there, and I love me some rib tips. But one thing about me is if I try your restaurant out and I'm not satisfied, I'll come again later down the line. And if I'm not satisfied, I don't know. That might be the last time I come holler at you for a while. For a while. I might complain. I might not complain. I might just chop it up, charge it to the game. You know. Ah, you say it's trash. So who's your favorite barbecue spot now? I like what's the other one? Do you like what's the one on North 30th Street? Oh God, what's the name of it? Oh God, the one on North 30th Street. What is that barbecue place called? Hold on. I'm about to look him up. Okay, Fat Shack. That's the name of it. Fat Shack Barbecue and Wings. Have you been there? They sell all kind of stuff. They sell pizza, barbecue, chicken, ribs, sausages. What don't they serve? Yeah, Fat Shack. Yeah. I go there every now and then, every now and again. They got some good rib tips. But oh, don't sleep on Family Fare. Family Fare. I don't know if y'all have a Family Fare where y'all are for everybody else who's watching. But Family Fare makes some good rib tips. Shoot. I was quite surprised. I went in there to buy some chicken one day for dinner for the boys. And I was like, let me try those rib tips because they were smelling good. Man, I was like, what? What? The grocery store rib tips taste better than Skeet's? Ooh. Oh, you was told Fat Shack don't wash their meat. Who does that? See, you gonna make me stop going there. You gonna make me stop going there. You don't eat barbecue sauce? I can understand that. Sometimes I like barbecue sauce, sometimes I don't. And when I cook, when I grill in the summertime, unless it's just me and the boys, you know, me and my immediate family, I usually put barbecue sauce on all the meat. But if it's a gathering, a party, you know, something like that, I won't put barbecue sauce on it at all. I'll just put some in a bowl next to all the condiments and tell people go for what you know. And some people be happy like, thank God you did not put barbecue sauce on the meat. So yeah, I don't put it on my meat. I just set it to the side and whoever want barbecue sauce, get barbecue sauce. But I prefer it cooked on the meat. That's what I prefer. have it cooked on the meat. But again, some people don't like barbecue sauce on their meat. Oh wow! See, I'm gonna have to ask around now. Hey, see? uh hated it. Hated it. What was that show? What was that show back in the day, Ken? In Living Color? Was it in Living Color? Um, Men on Film? Was that it? Men on Film? The Wayans, the one of the Wayans brother and that other guy. I can't remember his name. Oh my god, I can't remember his name. But they used to Men on Film. They would talk about movies or whatnot. Something like that. And they'd be like, hated it. And Z Formation. Oh, that's funny. And then what was that? Like 1989? Something like that. I worked for this job and it was actually through CETA. And like it was the group of us, man. You know the twins, Antoine Vershawn, Scooby. It was the group of us. Bernard Davis. It was a whole bunch of us. Chantel, what was her name? Chantel. I can't remember. Oh God, it was so many of us. And Kibwana, you know Kibwana Cooper. We was deep down there for CETA. And anywho, we was working at this art place, like this art gallery in the summertime, learning about art and all that. And at the end of the summer, we had to put on a show for our parents. And we had to think of a skit. And we went with that, it's called Men on Film on Living Color. We flipped it a little bit and we called it Men on Art. It was hilarious. We had who else was it? Twan. Was it Twan? I can't remember that boy's name. I forgot. But we had like two guys and we were like recording it. Some people work behind camera, some people work, Men on Film. And we did a Men on Art. It was hilarious. I wish I still had the recording, but that's been long gone. I don't know what my mom and dad did with that years ago, but it was hilarious. They was up there painting art and doing all this and had on wigs and big old ties like they did on the show. But yeah, it was funny. It was funny. But yeah, then was the days, the good old days. The good old days. And we used to walk all the way from downtown because the location was downtown. Remember the Bemis building? One of the old brick buildings way downtown, like by 12th and 13th Street. It was called the Bemis building. And it had Bemis written on the side of the building in really big, huge letters. That's where we was. And we used to walk all the way from downtown, all the way back north, every day. It was fun. There was the good old days. And we used to stay clown all the way home. Be clowning. But yeah, that was fun. That was the good old days. Now, how we get on that from barbecue? How we get on that from barbecue? I don't know. I don't know. Oh Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. I'm gonna cook and then I'm gonna sit down and yeah, don't work too hard on that laundry, honey. We was doing laundry this morning. I was bored this morning. It's like the house is mostly clean. Well, the house mostly stays clean all the time because I work a lot. The kids got school, work, all that. So we're hardly, in the house a lot. And on top of that, everybody stays mainly in their own location until it's like dinner time or something like that. Or we watching the same show, a movie, or sports. But I thank God I got big kids because I ain't got to worry about chasing behind no little kids cleaning up no house all day. Ugh. Hated it. But anyway, yeah, I will see you later. You have a good night. I might see you Tuesday if you come through. If you come down there Tuesday, I might see you. I'll be there. I will be there. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to finish up my dinner. I have to let me check this rice. The rice boils over. I love my big old crock pot. The best pot. Okay. Woo. I put my little shrimps in here. Matter of fact, I'll wait a little bit. Wait till that's almost a little more cooked before I put my shrimps in there. All right, Ken. Talk to you later. Okay, I see a few people still online. Y'all just up here gonna watch me cook. Say hello. Who in the room? Who in the room? Who's in the room? Don't be shy. What y'all cooking today? What's going on with you today? Y'all watching football, basketball? I know a lot of people is probably spending family time right now. It is 6 o'clock in the evening, around dinner time for most people. I'm just behind. Normally I try to have dinner done by 4, 5. Normally. Normally. It's not that much light in here. See, I need to buy some brighter lights for my kitchen. It works well when I'm cooking. It's light enough for when I'm cooking, but now that I got my laptop in here, it's not that bright as far as my face. But you guys can see me okay, so that's all that matters. Put this chicken on. Well, I need to give me something to drink. I'm gonna put some in my drink. Y'all, I have 2 refrigerators. So I'm opening the other refrigerator that you guys can't see. That's on the opposite side of the kitchen. Give me some ice. Making me a concoction. From the fridge. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Okay, let's see. The grease hot enough? Yes, it is. Almost too hot. Almost too hot. Let me turn it down a little bit. If I burn the house down. Get this chicken up in here. Can y'all see me? Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody coming in on the chat. Who that is? Hey, Just BSN. You finally made my live. I'm just up here cooking. What's shaking and baking? What's shaking and baking? I'm up here making some 11 herbs and spices chicken. Just like KFC, honey. Just like KFC. Except for it's better. Let me tell you that. It's better. Trust me when I say that. Let me move the camera a little so y'all can see me. Let me see. I think that's better. Yeah. So what's going on? I was asking people, did you eat out today? Did you cook today? What's on your dinner plate? Is y'all watching football, basketball? What's going on? I don't want to put too many pieces in there. Let me wash my hands. Yes, Father God, it smells good in here. Oh. Smells wonderful. What you cooking? Baked chicken, green. Ooh. Ooh. You know what? I was just saying before you got on live to somebody else. I was just saying I was about to make some baked chicken, but what had happened was yesterday when I bought groceries last night, we came home and I told my oldest son, I said, well, actually I was talking to both of them. I said, make sure y'all leave the, put all the meat in the freezer, in the deep freezer, except for the chicken breast. And I said, make sure, I said, the chicken breast, look at the label, make sure it's the big pieces of chicken, put it in the bottom of the refrigerator. And what happened? I get ready to cook and I pull the chicken out and it was the chicken thighs. So they put the chicken thighs in the bottom of the fridge and put the and put the chicken breast in the freezer. I was like, what? I told y'all to put the chicken breast in. But anywho, you know how kids are. You tell them one thing. Wrong part, honey. Wrong part of the chicken. But I had this really nice recipe that I use for chicken thighs. The 11 herbs and spices like KFC, but much better. Much better. It tastes good. It's really, really good. That's all they heard was chicken. That's all they heard. I asked them yesterday. I said, "What y'all want for dinner?" My youngest son said, "You haven't made jambalaya in a while, so can you make some jambalaya?" I was like, "Okay." So I cut up my andouille sausages and did my shrimp and cut up all my vegetables to go in there. And I had plans for baked some chicken breasts on the side, but but like you said, all they heard was chicken. I'm like, Lord have mercy. But at least they left something out. Because I would have been more upset if they didn't take no meat out. But the 11 spices, hold on, let me hold on. Hold on, I got a list right here on my phone. And what I do is, let me see here. Hold on. I have a folder on my phone for all my recipes. Okay, you ready? Matter of fact, I can type it in too if you want me to. Matter of fact, let me do this. Are you on the computer? Or are you on your phone? Okay, here we go. Matter of fact, hold on, honey. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up on the computer too, so y'all can be looking at it while I'm reading it. Cause this is from Rachel Ray. I got this recipe from her. Okay, you use boneless fried chicken first of all. She recommends chicken thighs. So I'm about to pull it up right now so you can see it. And then if you're on your computer, you can screenshot my screen. Okay, let's see, browser.
Introducing 1850 coffee. Inspired by the year the Folger Coffee Company began. Fire roasted.
We don't care about no Folgers coffee. We don't care. Okay. Okay, here it is. It's on the screen. Is it showing up okay? Okay. For the spicy flour, you need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Matter of fact, you can just copy it down from the screen too. But yep, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. 3 table. Oh, hold up. Did I click off of it? Hold on. My bad. Rachel Ray. Okay, here we go. 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'll leave that up there for a minute so you can jot it all down while I check this ticket. Let me know when you got it all down. You gonna screenshot it? Okay, let me know when you got all the ingredients down, and then I'll move it to the instructions, and then you can screenshot that too. It's good. I mean, I'm like, dang, all these spices supposed to go in here, and all these herbs. Because normally when I make my chicken, well, any of my meats, I normally use maybe 4 to 5 to 6, probably 6 at the most. Okay, so you got that. Let me move it to the directions. Okay. Okay, that's the top for the preparations. So screenshot that, and then I'll move it down for the rest of the directions. Let me know when you got it screenshotted. Okay. Now I'm going to move it down to the lower half. So let me scroll down, because it has more instructions on how to fry it and everything. So that's the bottom half of the instructions. And you got to use egg whites. Make sure when you use your eggs, make sure you use egg whites. Alright, you got it? Alright. Let me go back to my regular screen then. But yes, when I tell you it's fire, when I tell you it's fire, I have a cousin, and every time we go over somebody's house, because like ever so often, once a month or every other month or something like that, I'm wearing an old t-shirt. My son used to go to Northwest Missouri. But every time we go over somebody's house, like the family members, every now and then, I don't know if some of y'all families do it too, but it's really fun. We have like a Sunday dinner, and it's either once a month or maybe once every other month. And every time we have it, we switch it up and choose a different person's house to have it at. But every time they want me to make the same 3 things. Either my famous green bean casserole, which is off the heezy for cheesy, or my dressing, my cornbread homemade dressing, or that chicken, that 11 herbs and spices chicken. It's so good. It's so good. They be like, Tanya, no, Tanya make the dressing, or no, Tanya make the green bean. I'm like, y'all, I can make other stuff. And I'm also a custom cake decorator. I can bring a cake. But yeah, and that too, cakes. I'm like, oh my God. If I go anywhere and I don't bring a cake, people will look at me like, if looks could kill, honey. Like, you didn't bring no cake? You said what? Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, it's good. Oh, you don't have no family where you live? Well, I hope you got some really good friends. Maybe you can try that with your good friends, your homegirls, or you know, because we do it for, it's not just family. We have friends who do it too. friends that's been around us for so long, they like family, you know, and we post it on Facebook. And basically we'd be like, okay, it's friends and family Sunday dinner, and it's a potluck. So everybody brings a dish. And thank you, honey. Thank you. No, I didn't go to baking school. Nope. I did not go to baking school. I thought about it because here we have this college called Metro Community College, and they have a fantastic culinary department. Fantastic. I know a couple of people who have went through their culinary department. But actually, I thought about going there just to get like a certificate, you know, just to get a certificate. But yeah, I'm self-taught. Self-taught. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's just something to do. We have our friends and family and the kids. I mean, especially if it's in the summertime, the kids be outside. We be putting a volleyball net and have baseball bat and softball, and it's just fun. And everybody get together over some good food, you know, something other than a holiday. And then we do this also because we have a large family here in Omaha, Nebraska. Our family is actually from Mississippi and Tennessee, and probably 70% of our family is in Memphis and Mississippi combined. And 30% of us is up here in Omaha because my great grandma, she had like 16 kids. And out of those 16 kids who she had in Coldwater, Mississippi, only a couple of those kids actually moved away from home. And my grandma and one of her favorite sisters moved here in Omaha back in the 70s. And so that's how we ended up in Omaha. But out of all of the 13, 14 kids that my great grandma had, they all still live down south with all their kids and all their family and their grandkids and great-great-grandkids and so on and so on. So, but yeah, it's just a thing that we like to do. Oh, you from Alabama? Hey, Alabama. You know what? I made this cake. Hold up. Let me show you something. I made this cake for a lady whose daughter was a huge Alabama fan. Let me show you this cake. I made this cake probably like a year ago. Let me see. Here's my Facebook page, Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice. I made this cake a long time ago. Let me see. Where is it? Here it is. I made this cake. This lady, she was like, her daughter is such a huge Alabama fan. So she wanted me to order, she ordered a cake and she wanted an Alabama design on it. So I made her a 2-tier cake. And she liked it. Her daughter liked it. I can't, and don't ask me what flavor it was, shoot, I can't remember what flavor it was. But, okay, how do I get back? Okay. But yeah, I made that for her. Rose High. Yep, I incorporate the colors and of course the A and that pattern. You know that pattern, that black and white pattern. that represents Alabama. Mm-hmm. Yep, her daughter loved it. She was like, oh, that's so sweet. Well, yeah, that's what I do. I'm a custom cake decorator by night. And chicken. It's the first set of chicken out. Now you know when you guys fry, let me turn the computer. When you guys fry chicken, and I actually put on the wrong screen. There we go. That's the big screen. When you guys fry chicken, get you some grocery sacks so you don't have to clean up after the grease. Double or triple the bag. Make sure there ain't no holes in there. Some of y'all probably already do this with us. But for y'all that don't, find your bowl. Stick the sacks in there. Put the strainer bowl on top. Let it strain. Let the grease strain into the sack. That way you don't have to end up with all that good stuff grease. Beautiful chicken. Thank you, Rachel. Ray! And see, I already got my chicken seasoned, already, you know, dipped it and all that. So, I cut up all my vegetables for my jambalaya. I did all that before I got on live. And also, I don't know, I season my meat, and then I put a bag of flour, and I season my flour in a sack. Because, you know, sometimes you season your meat, and the season come off when you flour it. So I always flour my seasoning as well. And I try not to put too much meat in one skillet. Because you want your meat to cook evenly, of course. Okay, hands are clean. Now I'm about to put these shrimp and my rice that's been cooking for about 35, 40 minutes. I put the shrimp in here in my jambalaya. Add it to the andouille sauces. And of course, all the vegetables. Stir that up. Make sure all the shrimp is covered so it can cook well. Shrimp don't take that long to cook. I'm going to turn this on low. Put the lid back on. Chicken's on. Booyah. Booyah. Yes. Honey, I used to use paper towels too. But you know, black people, even other people, when we come home from the grocery store, what do we do with our sacks? We crowd them in a closet or either in a drawer. And I have a skinny drawer. You probably can't see it from here. But I have a skinny drawer that I put all my bags in when I come from the grocery store. And my bestie, she taught me that a long time ago. My best friend. She lives in Florida now. But she was like, girl, why you wasting bowls and paper towels and all that kind of stuff? Just use them sacks. One of them gazillion sacks that you got in your cabinet. And so then when you take the sacks out, and then, oh yeah, I let my bowl sit overnight with the grease in it so the grease can firm up and get hard. And then the next day, you can just tie it up in a knot and put it in the trash so you know the grease is not going to leak. Just in case it might have a tiny hole. And then as far as your bowl, ain't that much grease that will be in there. Maybe one drip if you make sure you use bags that don't have holes in it. And just rinse it out, clean it up. It won't take much. A little soap, a little water, and put it in a dish rack. But, yep. But, it's convenient. I'm all about convenience. I'm all about convenience and less mess. Less mess is the best. Like, seriously. Seriously, I be having a system. But you got to have a system. I'm a cake decorator, so I got to have a system. Like when I bake cakes, like the other day I had like 7 orders. I bake my cakes overnight, let them stiffen, let them firm up, let them cool down, all that. Because one thing you don't want to do, for those of y'all who might bake cakes at home for your family, I'm sure some of y'all done probably came across it, where you take a cake out and you start frosting the cake before it's completely cooled off. And then your icing gonna melt. Your icing's gonna melt. It's gonna look like melted chocolate on your cake. So you gotta let your cake completely cool down. But me, I like to wait. If I'm making a whole bunch of cakes, I like to make them at nighttime and have them cool off and all that. Then the next day, I make my frostings and all that, and then decorate my cakes one by one. One by one. So you gotta have a system. Yes. Yeah, some people ask me questions sometimes about baking, and then when I tell them an answer, they be like, oh my God, that's what I was doing wrong? I'm like, yeah. Like, oh my gosh, this lady, one day, where was I at? I don't even know where I was at. I think I was at a store, and a lot of people know me by face because I'm on social media a lot. I got several YouTube channels, Twitter, Instagram, several Instagrams, my Facebook, and I'm well known around my city as the cake lady. So this lady approached me. She was like, you're the cake lady, right? I'm like, yeah, I am. She was like, man, she said, I was going to order a cake from you, but I wanted to be one of those moms who was like, I'm going to make my own child's cake, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to, and that's cool. Hey, I don't be hating on people who make their homemade cakes. I mean, not homemade, but, open a box, make you a cake, and try to decorate it for your child. But this lady tried to make a 2-tiered birthday cake with fondant. Like, after you made the cake, you put your frosting on it or whatnot. Then you put your fondant on it. She was covering both tiers with fondant. First mistake she made was the cakes. When you make a tiered cake, like wedding cakes, that's your example of a tiered cake. Or like the cake that I just showed you guys, that Alabama cake. There's cakes, and then there's smaller cakes stacked on top of that, and then smaller cakes stacked on top of that. Man, you can do tons of tiers of cakes, depending on how big the customer wants the cake. What's that chick name? Something Kayor and Gucci Mane. Did y'all watch their wedding special? It was on I can't remember what channel was on, but what is her name? Nikki Kayor, something Kayor and Gucci Mane. I watched their wedding show, their reality show, and the cake they made was beautiful. But some people was like, Tanya, they had like a 6, 7, 8 tier cake that they have to use a sword. They have to use a sword to cut the top tier. I said, keep in mind, y'all, when y'all see pictures of cakes that are like 10, 12 feet tall, keep in mind, y'all, it's not all cake. Yeah, Keisha Kaur, it's not all cake. There are people who want big tiers like that. Some of the layers in between is boxes. They're fake cakes. They're boxes. They're made out of foam. They're made out of foam, and you just decorate it like you would the real cake. The real cake. So the bottom cake, the real big bottom cake, might be a whole cake. It might be foam. And the next tier might be a real cake. It might be foam. But however they decorate the real cake, they decorate the foam. And that's also how some people practice decorating cakes. You can buy foam, round, cake-shaped models at any cake store. Yes, you knew that, yes. And some people don't know that. They be like, oh my God, they probably spent $1 gazillion on... Come on now. That cake, if it was truly a cake, that cake would probably feed about 3,000 people. Truly. The bottom was like, the bottom of the cake was like so huge. But some people, they don't know, they don't know. They don't know a lot about the cake background. Excuse me. And let me flip my chicken here. But yeah, they don't know a lot about the cake background, and they be like, oh my God, they made that cake and it's so huge. Serve my shrimp and sausage jambalaya. But yeah, some people be thinking, it's all cake. People who don't know any better. And what was I getting at? Oh, but yeah, this lady, she wanted to make the cake for herself. Right. And her first mistake was, when you make a tier cake, the bottom cake, no matter how many layers it is, and normally my tier cakes, I have 2 layers of cake at the two pans, 2 bake pans, stack them on top of each other. That's one tier. Depending on the design or what the customer wants, I might add a 3rd cake pan to make that first tier, and it'd be 3 cakes for the first tier, depending on how high they want each tier. But you have to put your rods in the cake. There's what you call rods or bamboo sticks that you have to put in your cake. And you can look up any video that shows you how to make a tier cake. I don't know if she skipped that part of the video or if she even watched the video. But she didn't put her rods in the first layer, because you have to put rods in each tier in order for it not to fall. And that's what her mistake was. She didn't put her rods in the cake, and the cake started leaning, it started falling, and it was a hot mess. And she was like, she was in tears because she tried so hard, and it took her forever. She was like, I was working for hours on that cake, hours. And she said the fondant wasn't right, it wasn't smooth enough. I'm like, I said, homegirl, and this is little white lady, this cute little white lady. I said, homegirl, you better call me next time you want me to make your daughter a cake. I didn't tease her or nothing, because when I first started out, if you go to my Facebook page, like some people won't show you their beginning work. I don't care. I like to show, started from the bottom, now here. That's my mentality. So if you go to my cake decorating page on Facebook, my very first pictures, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, those are my very first cakes. My very first cakes. And you look at them very first cakes, and then you scroll up and up and up and up, and you're like, dang, you would think I went to like the best school, but I didn't. I'm all self-taught. But you got to start from somewhere. That's why I don't tease nobody who might make a mistake making cakes, because I made a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes when I first started out. I mean, it wasn't like anything that I put out, like gave to a customer. It was when I was learning, when I was teaching myself. I made a lot of mistakes. But, yep. So, you know, you learn, you live, learn, and you do better. But I really felt so bad for that lady. Like, if it would have been close to the birthday time, me, the person I am, I would have just made that little girl another cake. But she made it seem like it was a long time ago when she actually made the cake. I would have just made another cake for that little girl. But, you know, practice definitely makes perfect. It definitely makes perfect. That is like for real. Especially with cake decorating. Because like when I first started trying to make a cake, trying to make the frosting so smooth. I mean, just smooth. It's hard to make a cake look smooth. Like some people like that real smooth, elegant look. And so they'll pay somebody to make them a cake, frost it and everything with frosting, and then overlayer it with fondant. Because fondant has that smooth look. But if you're really, really good and you practice and practice and practice, your cake will look like it has fondant on it. It won't even look like it's frosting. Like, let me see. The cake, matter of fact, this is a cake I just did recently. One of my Thanksgiving orders. I'll show y'all my Thanksgiving orders. Okay, two of the cakes I had for Thanksgiving were carrot cakes. And here's one of them. There's one of them. And if you look, I mean, you have to look really, really, really close. Or either be like, you know, touch the cake to tell if that's fondant or buttercream. It's just really smooth. Across the top, around the sides, it's like really smooth. It takes a lot of practice to make buttercream look that smooth. And that was one of the cakes. And the other cake I did, that's the other one that I did for somebody for Thanksgiving. And again, some people might look at that cake and be like, oh, that's fondant that she used. She frosted the cake and then overlayered it with fondant to give it that smooth, smooth look. But nope, no fondant at all on those cakes. I work with fondant, but if a customer don't ask for it, I don't use fondant. Taking this chicken out, so give me a second. Okay, here I come. Change the screen back. Thank you. Yep. But why I keep putting up that other screen? I keep meaning to put up my big large screen so you can see more. But yeah, with as far as the frosting texture, when I make my frosting, because I make all my frostings from hand, from scratch, and as far as, like, I don't make my frostings, I don't make it as firm for the layers in between the cake, of course, because you don't want to bite into a cake and then the frosting in between the layers is all hard and stiff. So I don't make the frosting for the layers in between firm, but after I do all the layers, and then I firm up my frosting. Then I firm it up to do the outside of the cake. Because if you don't firm up your frosting for the outside of the cake, then your frosting will start slumping. It will start slumping. And it will start coming down the side of the cake. And then when you go to put your piping, your designs on the top of the cake or on the bottom, around the border or the bottom border of the cake, all your piping work that you do will end up falling off the side of the cake. And that's horrible. That's horrible. By the time your customer gets their cake and they receive it and they take it to wherever they're taking it to, and they open the box, you don't want to do that. You don't want that to happen. But again, it takes a lot of practice. A lot of practice. Yeah, it takes a lot of practice, but if you're ever interested in, what do I do with that lid? If you're ever interested in doing it, don't be scared. And I got into cake decorating from my mom. She passed a few years ago. Oh, how do I transport? I only transport tier cakes. And they gotta pay me extra because when I transport them, a tier cake, you should never, ever, ever, ever try to transport. Never. Even if you have your rods in them. Because unless you have to stop on them brakes real quick or something like that, that cake is gonna go flying. And just don't ever try to transport the cake stacked up. Always, whether it's 2 tiers, 3 tiers, 4 tiers, 5 tiers, always have them individually in one box. Individually in one box. But I don't transport cakes unless it's tier cakes, like a wedding cake or, you know, a tier cake. Even if it's a birthday or anniversary or whatever. If it's a tiered cake, I transport them. I don't allow my customers to transport the cake because, for one, unless you really know about cakes, you won't know how to put the rods in it, and you won't know how to, you know, stuff like that. And then you got to put your parchment paper under each tier, and you know, you wouldn't know about stuff like that. So I do. I charge for delivering my tier cakes, and because I have to set it up, so I have to set it up. Might take me like, I don't know, might take me like 30 minutes to set it up. It just depends, because sometimes when you set up your tier cakes, if you're at the event, like when I did a wedding, the last wedding I did, when I got to the event and I set it up and I stacked my tiers from touching the cake, you know, some of my you know, some of the frosting got, you know, an indent in it or something like that, you know, from my finger or whatever. And so I always bring extra frosting with me as well when I take my cakes, when I deliver them and gotta stack them and, you know, put the rods in them. I always bring extra frosting. And that's just in case I'm stacking the cakes and I accidentally touch the cake too hard and it swipes off some of the frosting. So I bring extra frosting with me, you know, to put on the cake. So, but yeah, I transport them in cake boxes. Yep. But as far as a tier cake, like maybe like there have been times like I went to somebody's house because I was bringing the dessert and I transported myself. In that case, I was like, I drove really, really slow, you know, but if I was to the smallest cake, if you really have to have the cake already stacked, I would say don't go no higher than a two-tier cake. And what I do under those circumstances, I go to UPS and I buy boxes that are really high and really wide, the size of the cake. And I'll put the two-tier cake in the box, and then I'll put like plastic across the top of the box to keep any, you know, anything from getting on top of the cake. But normally I don't. I have it all separated in different boxes. That's the smarter things to do. Nope, I don't do them all at home. Nope. For family and friends, yes, but no, I have somewhere where I do my cakes. It's a hot mess trying to do cakes if you do them all at home. It's a hot mess. Because nobody would ever be able to use your kitchen. It's a hot mess. Stuff be all over the place. And as you see, my kitchen is a nice size, but it's not as big as I would want it. Like when I move, I want to definitely get a bigger kitchen. And I'm also looking for a new place right now for where I do cook my cakes. But right now, I have a guy friend of mine. He's been searching for me for new property because I'm trying to move to a new location. Centralized location. Because I have customers from all over. I have customers that come from different cities. Customers in my city come from like 4 or 5 different cities from around me. And I'll be surprised. I'll be like, get phone calls from people who stay over an hour away talking about I would like to order a cake. I'm like, you coming all the way to me to get a cake? Okay. And you driving? And then you driving back? So, no. No. But yeah, I've been on this live for like an hour and a half, honey. Let me flip my ticket. Hold on. That is the last of the chicken. I cooked the whole pack of chicken thighs so the boys will have enough for today. Some to eat tomorrow, the next day if they want to. I do smart cooking. I don't never cook enough just for one day. I always cook enough for like 2-3 days. You gotta do that when you got kids and when you got a job. Or in my case, more than one job. But yeah. But yep, if you ever wanted to ask me any questions or anything about baking, all you gotta do is hit me up. I actually started a baking YouTube channel, but I haven't put any content on it yet because I have to get a nice setup. I need lights, like big lights. I need a nice camera. I need, you know, a tripod and, you know, and then there's a lot of editing involved because it takes time to make a cake. It takes time to decorate a cake. It takes time. So I would definitely have to do more editing and stuff. you know, show people how to mix the cake, how to make the batter for whatever flavor I'm doing at the time, and then show people how to frost the cake and, you know, so forth and so forth. So, you know, you got to edit it. So people to break it down to like a, you know, 5, 10, 15-minute video. So, yeah, so I haven't quite tackled that yet. And everybody's like, why don't you do YouTube, you know, show people how to make cakes and all that. It's easier said than done, especially when you have other jobs and you have kids. A lot of these people who be doing these cake videos, they ain't got all that. They got time on their hands because you really got to do some serious editing. Not only does it take hours to bake and decorate a cake, that takes hours. Then you have to edit it. That takes time. And then so, yeah. People who do that have plenty of time on their hands. So, yeah. But, I mean, like I said, I started the channel. I just haven't put any content on it yet. I was thinking, like, the perfect time for that would probably be once my youngest son goes to college, because then I'll have no kids to, you know, look after and cook for and transport to and from school and sports and, you know, all that stuff you do with your kids. So I would definitely have more time, because I really, really would love to make cake videos and show people the proper way to make a cake, bake a cake, you know, layer a cake, even a cake, trim a cake. You know, it's so much involved. So, yeah. But I'm going to do that. But like I said, my son graduates this spring. So I'm thinking I'm going to start my cake, actually put content on that channel probably a little bit after he graduates, like next summer. And then another thing, I'll be able to, what was I about to say? I can't remember. Oh well. I'll think about it later. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. So I have the channel. I mean, you know, the name of my cake business is Tanya's Delight Slice by Slice. So I have the YouTube channel already created. I just haven't put any content on there. But again, I will. You can count on that. I will. Definitely. Because it's mainly a hobby for me. It's always been a hobby. And as I was saying earlier, I started it after my mom passed away 3 years ago, because she used to always make the cakes for holidays and for the kids and grandkids, birthdays, and for her nieces and nephews. You know, she was like the person who did all the cakes. And after she passed, it was like, I didn't even think about cakes after she passed. But when my son's birthday came around, the youngest one, when he turned 16, because she passed when he was 15, and he's about to be 18 in a few months. So it's been about 3 years ago when she passed. So when he turned 16 after she passed, I'm up there. I didn't order a cake. I was like, I forgot. I wasn't even thinking, like, Mom usually makes the cakes. So he was like, Mom, did you order a cake for my sweet 16, you know? And I had to order a cake, and thank God, you know, the place where I ordered the cake, I think it was a grocery store or somewhere. They were able to make the cake on short notice. But when I ordered the cake, I think the cake was like, I don't remember how much the cake was. It was a sheet cake or half sheet, and it was like, I don't know, 30, 35. It was like $40, like $42. And I bought the cake, took it to the Sweet 16 party. It was minimum decorations. I mean, you know, what I tell people all the time, a lot of people don't know that when you buy cakes from a cake like a grocery store or even a cake store, they don't bake their cakes on site. The cakes are never fresh. They order cakes from manufacturer who manufactures cakes, who, it's like an assembly line. They make the cake, they frost it, they just frost the cake. No designs, no borders, nothing like that. They just frost the cake. Then they box it up, they freeze it, and they ship it to their customers, the stores. So that's why some people is like, really? Are you sure? Come on now. Go up in any grocery store that sells cakes. Go up there and ask them where they oven at. That's all you got to do. Ask them where they oven at. You know what a cake smells like when it's baking? Sit there for 5 minutes and try to sniff some cake. You ain't gonna smell no cake baking. Because all the cakes from the stores, they order them already made. And then they order frosting, like big, huge buckets, big, huge tubs of frostings. They order them. They can keep that frosting frozen up to 6 months. They can keep the cakes frozen up to 6 months. And that's basically what they do. Every time they get low on cakes that are sitting out, or orders that come in, as soon as they get low, they take out so many cakes, thaw them out, let them sit out for some hours till they get room temperature. And then they take some of that frosting that they order in that big bucket, and they use that to put a border on your cake, and then they give it to you. That's it. That's all they do. In these cake stores and the grocery stores, that's all they do is put a border on your cake. And I had one lady, she wanted a chocolate, was it a chocolate cake? She went to the grocery store and tried to order, matter of fact, it was Walmart. She went to Walmart and tried to order she wanted a wedding cake, but she wanted it to be chocolate, 100% chocolate frosting, chocolate inside out, 3-layer cake. They told her they couldn't do it. The only flavors that most grocery stores do is white, marble, what's the other one? White, marble, and I forgot the other one. And then they only do so many different frostings. And so she came to me for the wedding cake. And I was like, that tells you right there, if they baked from scratch, they would have had no problem making you a 3-tier wedding cake. But they don't. They order everything in, and they order what's popular. A lot of people don't like chocolate cakes. So they don't have chocolate cakes. They might have some chocolate cakes already sitting in the glass window, already decorated, and they put like a $7.99 sticker on it or something like that. But as far as a big, huge sheet cake, birthday cake, or a tiered wedding cake, no, you're not going to get that. You're not. So a lot of people come to me because I custom decorate cakes. I do whatever you want. Yep, white, marble, and vanilla. That's it. That's it. Just BSing. You ain't getting no red velvet. You ain't getting no carrot cake. You're not getting no, they might sell the small ones that are already made, the small ones for like $5, $6, $7, $8, $9 that's already made sitting out front. But as far as your birthday or wedding cakes, no, you're getting 3 basic flavors, and they're already made. They're already made. Yep, if it's a chocolate cake, it's one of the ones that they have sitting out in the front on display. And if you call and say you want a little chocolate cake, they might ask you, okay, what you want on it? And then, you know how some people don't pick up their cakes? Like, let's say somebody order a cake and they don't pick it up. You know what they do? They scratch off or scoop off the decoration of whatever name the person ordered, happy birthday Henry or whatever. They scrape it off, re-smooth the frosting, and put that son of a gun back in the refrigerator and resell it to somebody else. So 100% of the time, your cake is never fresh. 100% of the time. And that's why some people say, last time I bought a sheet cake at Walmart or any other store, last time I bought a sheet cake, it was like moist. But this time it was like dry. Or last time it was too hard. Or this time it didn't taste fresh, because you never know how long your cake actually sat in the freezer before they thawed it out and put a border on it and handed it to you. And they're going to charge you $40, $50 for a sheet cake. So, but, you know, I don't look down on people who order cakes from the store. I really don't. But it's nothing compared to a homemade cake totally from scratch, compared to them cakes that they order from them cake manufacturers, cake companies, and have shipped in. And, you know, it's not the same. It'll never be the same. Once you taste a homemade, custom decorated cake from a good baker, some people out here can make a cake look absolutely like it's worth $10,000, but the taste of the cake is horrible. So it takes a lot of practice to make your cakes taste as good as they look and look as good as they taste. From Sandra Lee, I like Sandra Lee. Yes, I follow her. I follow a lot of people on YouTube. A lot of cake decorators on YouTube. I follow a lot of them. And sometimes I'll check out their videos and look for ideas on like designs and stuff. So, yep. I follow a lot of people on YouTube. But it's fun making a cake. It's nothing like cake decorating. It's like the coolest job. It's like the coolest job. And you can literally, like, your cake, when you bake a cake and it just look beautiful and it tastes great and all that, and they put it on display at their parties, it's like especially if it's a wedding. The main part of the wedding is the dress. The second part of the wedding is the cake. Ain't nobody looking at what food you serving, the designs on the chairs or the walls, it's like the main focus is the wedding cake. The main focus is the wedding dress, and the second focus is the cake. What the cake look like, what it gonna taste like. So yeah. But I always tell people, if you got questions, you can ask me. If I don't know the answer, I'll find it for you. I definitely will find it for you. But I'm about to get off this line, y'all. I enjoyed talking to you guys today. For all those who checked in, I know it's a Sunday. A lot of people making, cooking dinner or chilling with their family or watching their football or basketball. So, but I at least wanted to come to you live today since I don't have any reviews. What's that come on tonight? What comes on tonight? Oh, matter of fact, it's on right now. Housewives. So I'm going to watch that. I got to record it. So I'm going to watch that and sit down and chill out with the kids and eat some dinner. Thank you. I'm glad you was able to catch me live. I have 2 channels, but lately this channel is the one I mainly go live from. I might and then I'll I download the video and then I'll load it up on my Tanya's Primetime TV channel. But I mainly go live over here. But, yep, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yep, I'm about to get into that real quick. And I'm going to do a review on it tomorrow. But, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And I hope you enjoyed the live. And I hope you enjoyed some of the tips that I gave on baking and cooking. And it's what I really love to do. Baking and cooking. That's where my heart is at. But, and y'all, always feel free to share some tips, too. When we're talking and discussing cooking, that's what I'm going to start doing on my Sundays. The Sundays I don't have to work, that is. Having a little hour of cooking and people give tips or, their favorite meals or, and I'll give a few baking tips, But thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like the video. Okay, how Brother Jay say it? Brother Jay Wilson. make sure you like the video. If you did not like the video, make sure you click that like button and like the video. And then make sure you subscribe if you are not already a subscriber, and share the video on your social media sites like Twitter, Facebook, you know, whichever one you use. And in the meantime and in between time, Prime Time Squad, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out.